And, Coach, we find ourselves due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the and the Washington Redskins. The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
On the ready. 58 for Mike. In the face. No. Off. Deuce. Check.
Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage, stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
Geis with a carry on second down. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
Hey, 53. I'm coming for you, son. 72. 57. Five. Squeeze, double. Check 26. Same. Regular.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. He's going to let this one go for Latimer. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Washington. Cody Latimer, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Makes the score Redskins 7, Bears nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Mike, coming to you. Ran, Good.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Their boy down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6. Check, 47. Hey, tight. Hey, check. Alert. 47. Hey, defense, let's go. Mike's 47. Mike's 10.
They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick-6 for a Redskins touchdown. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Next to score, Redskins 14, Bears nothing.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
47.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that 0 off the board. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. Touchdown, Chicago! Tariq Cohen, 82 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7.
14, Bears 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be taken very short. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 34-yard line.
Protein spill.
And that's complete. It's Sims. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. On first down, this is Geis. And now look at him go. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there out of Geis. 55 yards.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. On the ground, Geis. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. A nice little juke. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. Forced out to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the Bears' 40-yard line.
Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's the Redskins in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Now a give, right side, it's Geis. And nothing but daylight ahead. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. So much talk this week on the other side about slowing him down coming off that great performance, NFC Offensive Player of the Week last week. But long touchdown run there, nobody was stopping it.
Yeah, good luck for that because that was an explosive run. You know, in the NFL, they described that as any run over 10 yards. Some teams say 15. He went over 20-plus on that one.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. A gain of 3, 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Trubisky to throw. The big fella. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown. So now 2 pick sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
Well, number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head and walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Well, we'll see if they can do it here. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. And a big loss here as he's taken down. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Trubisky and the troops staying out there. They will go for it.
Hey, ball. Hey, Echo. 47's the mic, boy. 47. Check, 47. It's a party.
Here we go on 4th down with Trubisky. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And he gets it complete to Latimer. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, Geis. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. They get 3 yards closer but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Well, definitely be a disappointment to come out of this starting position with just 3 points. They need to try to dial something up now, 3rd and 10. They run with Geis. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Well, they're going to try this thing. They're at the 5, 4th and goal. They're going to go for it. We'll see. Run, probably pass to both in the arsenal. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. The running play does not work from the 5 on 4th and goal. And the Chicago defense able to come up with a goal line stand.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. The Bears on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Trubisky. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Now Trubisky. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Out of the gun, Geis. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier. And this is caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Delaney Walker, his first touchdown of the new season, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Hopkins with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go. Let's do it.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Trubisky on the keeper. A loss of a yard on the play.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Guys, out time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down.
Hey, Haywood.
They're going to try and throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
First down, Chicago.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
That's trash. That's trash.
So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout, as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
Check, 47. Here it comes.
On third down, a run with Cohen. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Run. 6 guys. Check 6. Hey, ball. Check 99. Motion. Bumps up the helmet. Here we go.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position.
58. Wide, 80. Mike, 58, right there. I smell fear in that offense. 53, Linda. Hey, wahoo. Mike, 58. 58 to Mike. Here we go. Hey, check it.
Throwing on first down is Brady. And Walker has it. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11. Brady now, a perfect 6 for 6 since taking over. Can't ask for better than that. 1st and 10.
Sugar.
From the gun, it's Brady. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Brady. And the pressure gets to him again. Give the sack to Barkevious Mingo, the former number 6 pick.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today. But on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position, now facing third down.
Hey, zoom. Go. 58. Hey, goal 66. Mike, 58, right there. Let's go, D. Sugar. We got to step it up. Watch that. Shadow.
Shotgun now for Brady. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Bears take over first and 10.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Third down.
180. Mike, 47. Watch the pass.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. That's taken in by Callaway. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. On this offense is staying put. They're just 1 for 4 in these situations so far, but they're going again on 4th down.
Lock in. He's checking crack.
They'll try and throw for it here. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Wait, set. 380. Yeah, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
Shotgun handoff now to Geis. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Watch the turn. Wait, set. Wait, 20. 58's the money. 58's the money. Come on, 380.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Check, 47.
A gain of 2.
Again, it's Cohen. And this will be a pickup of 4 here, up to their own 20.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
47. All right, T, let's turn. All right, T. 47.
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. 1st down, a run with Cohen. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They try again with Cohen. And an alley to run. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
They'll try to run with Edmonds. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This one taken just inside the 10. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Past the 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cohen, and he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Red, up.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Go. Watch the shift. 18. Check 3. Hey, I need one. Run.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
4th down. Here's Trubisky. He's going to let it fly. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. The point after is good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Brady going to throw here. And this is going to be incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, but now it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he locates Walker, complete. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. From midfield, here's Brady. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Brady now on 1st down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now the Redskin offense will stay out there and go for 2. Throwing again, here's Haskins. And it'll be intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick two, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
Bears 23.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Alert, 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 alert.
Hold the line.
On first and 10, it's Trubisky. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10.
General West.
Check 43. Whip.
18.
Kill. Turn it up. Kill.
Alert.
Switch gears. Shit. Mike's 47.
Throwing here, Trubisky. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Red,
Watch twist.
Blue.
Check 15. Check 5.
Again, it's Trubisky. He's going to let it fly. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Check.
Alert.
Hot. Hey, check.
Alert. Hey. High 7.
4-7's the mic. Pick me up. Here we go.
Here we go. It's Trubisky on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position.
Wait, that. Alabama. 380.
I got you, son.
Brady going to look to throw. Going up top. Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points.
Whatever you call